Well, this guy's over here is Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk. A lot of people never heard of Gary V. Have you heard of Gary V? Nobody knows more about achieving virality, and nobody knows more about social media than Gary V. And I'm sharing his link to his Twitter because there are a lot of big people that people in the HEX community talk about. Their field is not social media. It's not really virality. They don't really get it the way Gary Vaynerchuk does. And what I really like about Gary Vaynerchuk is Gary Vaynerchuk offers practical solutions, ways to get there. It's not necessarily easy being one single person doing it, meaning getting virality, but it's doable. You just have to work really hard and be consistent. But if you have 10 people doing it, on the same subject, promoting the same person on the right platforms, with the right tags, then it's relatively easy. If you have 20 people, forget it. Forget it, dude. You're having 20 people making 2 to 3 TikToks a day, TikToks and YouTube Shorts a day on Richard Heart and HEX. It will be viral within a matter of months if they just do that. So that is the call to action, guys. It is not getting Richard Heart on a panel with X and Y famous person. It's not getting him on television. And we're going to see why that it's not quite as effective as people think, and why TikTok and YouTube Shorts is quite more effective than what people think. And that is probably the one part of social media aspect that HEX doesn't really have down, because Hexicans are very good at Twitter. Hexicans are very good at YouTube. They're very good at streaming. They are very good at pretty much Facebook, very good at that. They're very good at crypto, amazing at crypto, probably the best at crypto. Not so good at TikTok and YouTube Shorts. That much I could say, but luckily it's a lot easier to learn how to make TikToks than it is to learn how to understand crypto. It's a lot more complex and complicated. TikTok you could learn in a day. But moving on, we got Furu Finance. Are you following Furu Finance? You should be following Furu Finance. Let's go. Let's take it back a little bit to maybe okay, this is my request. Many HEX Twitter accounts with thousands of followers consider joining TikTok and YouTube Shorts. At the very least, please promote a HEX TikToker on your feed once a day. TikTokers are making a far bigger impact in terms of outreach than anyone else. They deserve your attention. So then we have a thread. This thread is, how come these threads aren't getting any likes? That means people are only reading this. This tweet here got 34 likes. How come no one's sharing the chain of? These are people that have recently, I say recently, posted. I found whenever someone follows me on TikTok, before I decide to promote them, I look at when the last time they posted was. And if you're a HEX TikToker and you posted within the last month, or I know you are getting promoted. And these are the ones that are doing it. So you guys should go to that tweet, then go follow all of them on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, you should make a TikTok, because TikTok is the road to virality, as we will see shortly. You understand that? So go, guys, retweet that tweet, and then like all these beautiful, beautiful HEX TikTokers. I hope they're arbitraging on YouTube Shorts, because YouTube Shorts is actually a better opportunity to get in front of more eyes than TikTok, because it's less concentrated. But they are putting in work, and we are about to see the great work that they're doing. But these people, why should they put in work if they're not getting credit for doing it? Great. The best one, I think, is Super HEX Win, because he's not just arbitraging. He's making his own content, and it's top-notch. It's top-notch content, like really made. It's not even just like clipping up live streams or his own live streams. It's making exclusive TikTok content. I don't know. Is he on YouTube Shorts? He should be, because he would be getting a lot more bang for his buck on YouTube Shorts. Like, YouTube Shorts is very low concentration, and there are a lot of people. Low concentration of content creators, high concentration of users. Like, a lot of people use YouTube Shorts, but most people don't create content on YouTube Shorts. So that is really the opportunity. But TikTok is still great. TikTok is still great. And we're going to find out why shortly. But please go to that and then send a super chat, obviously, because I need money, guys. I need money, guys. No, I'm kidding. But if you're feeling up to it. But yeah, no, that was the first tweet. And then we got over here. Are you a HEX YouTuber struggling to grow? Consider posting 2 shorts a day. You may not always get as many views on average, but your viewership on shorts are new viewers. Keyword right there is new. That's why I put it in caps. Your views on your viewership on YouTube Shorts is new. Consistently will inevitably increase your subscription count, live viewership, and long form content by orders of magnitude. Why? YouTube Shorts is relatively new and has low concentration. The big accounts don't use them because engagement is already high, right? You know, Meet Kevin doesn't need YouTube Shorts. He's putting out a video on the trending Google. They like to tell you, look at Google Trends, look at Google Trends. Guess what? Meet Kevin looks at Google Trends. Meet Kevin and many other YouTubers with 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 million subscribers are looking at the Google Trends. They're covering those topics, and they're getting first in line. You have 1,000. You have 10,000 subscribers. Get to the back of the line. Let alone you have 100 or 50 subscribers. You're not getting anywhere. You might get 3 to 4 views. When I do a Bitcoin video, I get maybe 50 views, and probably most of them are my subscribers. YouTube Shorts, that's not the case. The YouTube Shorts has a low concentration and high high amount of users. Ask yourself, like, how many times have you found yourself just scrolling and getting served? But yeah, that's really where it's at. And then we have Khaleesi, and Khaleesi is great. Khaleesi said, this was the thread that someone tagged me on. If you ever have something you want to bring to my attention, make sure you tag me on Twitter, and I'll look at it. And look at what happened here. I got tagged by something. I forget who it was, but thank you. We got Toby Juan Hexanobi said, how did you discover Richard Hartwin? Mine was Doug Polk Videos podcast almost 5 years ago. Post links to what got you to follow him. We got Khaleesi. You guys following Khaleesi? You should be following Khaleesi. She's got 2,559 followers. I saw a young man's face on my FYP on TikTok 3 times. My algorithm is basically food videos. So I was a bit surprised when I got crypto-related videos. I saw it as a sign, and then I started my own research about HEX, and here I am. What a beautiful story by Khaleesi. But here's the thing. Khaleesi is interested in food videos. Some Hexagon or someone, some fan of Richard Hart probably used a food hashtag. And I don't even know if that's the smartest thing to do, because maybe like it's not going to get promoted because it's completely unrelated to the video. But when you put the hashtag in, also it's like the food demographic is not necessarily a good target market in terms of onboarding. But when you put the food hashtag in, the algorithm processes it and serves that content to people that are interested in food topics, right? And that's how she came across it. Then the algorithm sees, oh, look, she watched the whole video. It's like, okay, must like it, right? The TikTok algorithm, the YouTube Shorts algorithm is very sophisticated, and it updates based on interests instead of trends. So basically, if they see that your interest changes, they change the content that they serve you. With YouTube, I was into chess like 5 years ago, and I'm still getting my feed filled with like Magnus Carlsen, even though I haven't clicked on it in years. So it's not good. But yeah, so her interest changed, and they kept on giving her the HEX content, and she kept on doing more research, and she ended up being a HEX Twitter account, hopefully in the future, a HEX TikTok account with over 2,000 followers. So there you go, all because of TikTok. And that is with the current presence of Hexicans and Richard Hart fans on HEX being extremely, extremely poor. That goes to show you the effectiveness of TikTok. What's the difference between TikTok and other forms of social media? We're going to find out in later tweets. But that's point number one, guys. TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Oh, it was Victor. Thank you, Victor. Follow Victor HFN. I'm gonna share him just as a thank you. You guys should be following him. He has more followers than me, so I don't even know if it'll make a difference. But stuff, Victor. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful story. So then I made this thread, and it didn't get a lot of likes. So I hope people weren't making it like I was being attacking her or ridiculing. It was truly only positivity. Okay. But basically, like I keep saying, TikTok and shorts are the key to virality. The algorithm processes that you're interested, and when it sees you stay on, typo guys, stay on the video, then it keeps feeding. 10 people posting HEX shorts and TikToks on a daily basis will do far more than anything you can imagine. We live in a world where tons of people are constantly fighting for your attention. Hashtag HEX, because I needed to tune into the HEX algorithm. This is not 1992, where all your daily information was served by one television program that everyone watched when they got home from work and thought about it the rest of the day/week. Let me just elaborate on that. Yes, in today's day and age, back in the day, it used to be how many sources of information did you have? 1992 is the example. 1992, you had shows that everybody watched. Everybody watched Late Night with Johnny Carson. He was a legend. There were only, cable was new, so there were some cable channels, but, regular networks were the behemoths, and everybody tuned into that. Meaning, there was no Twitter, there was no YouTube, there was no Instagram, Facebook, there was no social media, and there were fewer channels. Everyone tuned into that. If, let's say, someone came on to the show, he said some interesting stuff. He said some stuff that really made an impact on people. It would be on your mind that night when you went to bed. It would be on your mind that morning. It would be in your mind at work during your lunch break. You'd meet all your friends, you get together, everyone in the work, and they'd be like, oh, you saw that guy on Johnny Carson yesterday. Yeah, really smart guy. Really interesting stuff he said. Required less to really make it. And you have to also understand that a lot of these people that are making appearances on late night shows and stuff like that, they are getting promoted by big news agencies, by big talent agencies in Hollywood that basically have a blueprint and connections and a budget to basically bring someone to virality. So, for example, let's say it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has a movie. He makes his rounds on the late night shows. He goes to LA, he goes to New York, he goes to Vegas, he goes whatever. He gets in the studio, he gets on every show. There are trailers on pretty much every news agency on television, which they pay for, which feature Tom Cruise in this and that. And then Tom Cruise, there are publicists, they call up Vanity Fair, they call up, People Magazine, they call up this, they call up that, and they pay for articles to be written about this person. And that person just keeps on getting hammered and hammered and hammered until eventually everybody knows about him. And then nowadays they have all these organic social media platform, accounts that have 50,000, 60,000 that seem organic. And, they just came out of nowhere, people like you and me starting social media accounts, but they were promoted heavily and they give off the vibe that it's organic just to, get people to watch, but there's really big money behind it. Whatever. There's a whole system. There's a machine to throttle people into virality, which we don't have. You could get Richard Hart on Fox News. It's great, right? You get Richard Hart on Fox News. It's great. But again, we live in 2023. 2023, you have people between television, streaming platforms, all these, news websites, and then social media content creators, which there's an endless amount, are all fighting for your attention. You see what you see on TV is insignificant in comparison to back 5 years ago, even 5 years ago, but let alone 10, 20, 30 years ago. It is completely insignificant, meaning it's nothing. I see someone on TV, then I go to my phone, I watch a couple of YouTube videos, I see a bunch of other people there. All those people are at the top of the algorithm, whatever. What I see, I probably don't remember the next day because I scrolled through a bunch of shorts and a bunch of TikToks. I have access to so much information, so many different topics, not just cryptocurrency that I'm into, sports, news, politics, cryptocurrency, stock market, all these types of things that are just being thrown at me time and time again. Like, if I, especially if I weren't into cryptocurrency, seeing Richard Hart on even like the late night show with Jimmy Fallon would be relatively insignificant, unless he would be constantly making his rounds, which would require too much money and too many connections, which nobody in this community has, frankly. Then consider you are in a bear market. The price sucks. Go to someone and say, "Oh, but you have to count. You have to count from bottom to top, not top to bottom. You need a logarithmic chart." You think they care? You think somebody who doesn't understand cryptocurrency, doesn't understand the cycles, would really care about that? I don't think so. But I know if I were in that situation, I wouldn't care. Those people are the normal people. Those are the people that buy the tops. The people that have been in crypto for a while, and the people that know how to research and are very, very intelligent and independent minded, people on the fringes. Those are the only people that's the target demographic. And we'll get into that later. Let me just read the rest of the the tweet. So, any given appearance by Richard Hart in 2023 is a blip on the radar, especially considering we're in a bear market. Nobody following a finance real estate guru is going to take the time to learn how to use a DEX and ledger through MetaMask to buy a token down 96%. And that's true. So I basically said, thinking of paying HEX advertising, stop what you're doing, film yourself, clip a HEX streamer for less than 60 seconds, post on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Hashtags on TikTok and YouTube Shorts allow for target demographics far more prone to being onboarded. So no disrespect to anybody. I truly appreciate the tremendous effort of the community to throttle HEX into virality. I just hope the approach changes. HEX has everything required to achieve virality. We have to understand that we are still fringe. You have to market accordingly. We are still fringe. The time will come when HEX will seamlessly onboard through billboards, sponsorships, television, etc. I truly believe that. But the ascent of Richard Hart needs to unfold organically. The ascent to virality of Richard Hart needs to unfold organically. Let's make it happen. That's really a key point. It's like people go crazy when they see a sticker. We got 80 watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. But people go crazy when they see a HEX sticker or a HEX magazine article or a HEX cars wrapped in HEX, whatever. That's nice. And it certainly wouldn't want to, bash the time and effort people put into making that. But is it the most effective way of marketing? No. Why not? Because HEX is not mainstream yet. So it's not, you need to be more targeted. So with regards to like billboards and magazine ads and stickers and television appearances, that is for things that are already mainstream. For example, Coca-Cola, right? People see the billboard for Coca-Cola or the Coca-Cola Super Bowl halftime commercial. They go into the store, they buy some Coke. It's easy. It's a seamless process. It goes like this, right? People see an ad for Miller Lite, whatever. They go into the store. They go shopping every week. The ad's on their mind. They're like, that stuff looked good. That girl looked pretty. They go in. They buy the Miller Lite. Even nowadays, Bitcoin. They open the Coinbase account. They buy some Bitcoin. They obviously don't have it on a hardware wallet or anything, but it's seamless. So even something like Bitcoin can still do this mass marketing campaign that could drive some serious onboards and things like that. Ethereum could still, even Ethereum has the luxury to do that, but HEX not quite there yet. And what do I mean? HEX is still fringe. HEX, how do you buy HEX? You have to have a hardware wallet. How many people, even in crypto, have hardware wallets? I'd say a fraction of the people even interested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano even have hardware wallets. Most of them keep it on on-chain exchanges or lending platforms, which is changing a little bit. So you have that. You have the hardware wallet. Then you have to connect the hardware wallet to MetaMask, right? Because you're doing a 15-year stake. So you have to buy the hardware wallet, which costs $75. You have to connect it to MetaMask. You have to buy it on a decentralized exchange, which, the user face is not quite there yet. Then you have, so you set up the hardware wallet. You have to sign on the hardware wallet on a decentralized exchange. And then you have to go to go.hex.com, sign off and stake for 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever it is. When there's you could have a Super Bowl ad for Hex. How many people would that realistically onboard? How many people, are going to, open a Coinbase, buy Ethereum, send that to a MetaMask connected with hardware wallet and trade for it on decentralized exchange? A very, very small percentage, meaning maybe 0.0001%, which is still going to be something. But it won't be a lot. I'm saying, like, you won't get the best bang for your buck as Coca-Cola or Toyota would be getting for advertising in the Super Bowl or something like that. Like, they would really be driving sales, because I remember I saw the M&M Brisk Super Bowl commercial. Next day I was buying Brisk. It's just seamless. So there will come a time where you can buy Hex on a easy to use on-ramp, whatever, and you could stake it from, let's say people aren't crazy about whatever. It will be seamless and maybe a good user interface, whatever. And more people are being onboarded to crypto. A higher percentage of the population is going to have hardware wallets and, MetaMasks and things like that. But we don't have that. We're not there yet. Which means you need to market accordingly. You need to have a comprehensive marketing strategy that targets demographics that are more likely that you'll have a higher score rate, meaning they'll see the Richard Hart TikTok. They're not going to go searching for TikTok on YouTube. They're not going to go searching in whatever. But basically, also, by the way, let me say, like Graham Stephan, that's someone I see people want Richard Hart to get on there. What percentage of Graham Stephan's audience has hardware wallets with MetaMasks and knows how to use decentralized exchanges? Might get 2 people from Richard Hart being on Graham Stephan. Very, very few, if any. Robert Kiyosaki, same thing. But if you go on TikTok where people get served information and you lock into these conversations, right? You lock into these conversations of communities, of groups of people that are more prone to be onboarded easily, meaning they can watch a couple of shorts, maybe. Then they'll start watching some live stream. They'll start watching Hex Conference and things like that. And then they'll just go straight to it. You can lock in straight to them. So, like, who are those communities? You have SHIB. That's an ERC20. I'm sure a lot of people bought it on decentralized exchange. Celsius. I came from Celsius. I brought Celsius. That's how I first learned how to use Uniswap, was from Celsius. You have DeFi communities, Aave, Compound, MakerDAO, Synthetics. Endless. It's a huge market. And some of these people there are multimillionaires, if not billionaires. Okay. So the people are out there. The means of reaching them are out there. It's just a question of whether or not we do it. And when it comes to outreach on YouTube and Twitter, it's just too concentrated, folks. There are too many big influencers out there that get ahead of you. And people are not served. They have to actively go over to your content. So they have to search Hex or have to search Richard Hart in order to just have it in front of them. They're not scrolling where just information gets brought straight to them that they otherwise would not have seen, right? So what was I saying? So yeah, so that's really the key there. So if you chain link, that's another demographic. So if you use the targeted hashtags and post Richard Hart clips of yourself talking about Hex, PulseX, or clips of your favorite, if you want to be anonymous, clips of me, clips of your favorite Hex YouTuber, as long as you have permission, I guess. That'll really get them out. That'll really get you out there. So then you tag in like communities, like you tag in Ethereum, you tag in Shiba Inu, you tag in Chainlink, you tag in Axie Infinity, you tag in all these things. You can easily get 300 views using these hashtags that otherwise you'd get completely drowned out by the algorithm in Twitter or YouTube. So with YouTube Shorts especially, and TikTok, and once you're posting on one, you could easily just post to the other. It takes a second. You can easily get 300 views, meaning there are some videos, which I'm going to show you, which I posted. There's some videos which I posted to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, not even using the hashtag HEX Pulsechain and PulseX Richard Hart. And I got 400 views, sometimes 1,000 views. That means 1,000 people that were into, for example, let me just show you some of the posts. For example, here, this is a good example. This is a clip I arbitraged. Got how many? Got 645 views. What were my hashtags? Cryptocurrency, XRP, and SHIB. That is a good target market. Might not be as good as some ERC20s, whatever. And then Hex got 600 views. I'm sure a lot of them were Hex skins, but let's say 300 of them were SHIB, XRP, and crypto people. That is likely a more significant score than an advertisement in, for example, the Swedish car magazine, where you have 50-year-old dudes that probably already made their money and could care less about cryptocurrency and certainly wouldn't jump through all those hoops. So that's what I'm saying. So I probably hit a better target demographic, and in the macros, I'm onboarding more people with my one TikTok that I posted from Richard Hart than the people that are spending thousands of dollars to sponsor soccer teams and venues and things like that. So let me explain the proof of this. The proof that this is the best pathway to virality is look no further than Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is probably top 5, top 10 most famous people in the world now. How did he do it? He was banned from all social media platforms. He wasn't even allowed on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Twitter just let him back. But during his ascent to fame, he was absolutely not allowed on. And guess what? He became the most famous person in the world. Why? Because he has something called Hustlers University. And he basically, I believe, someone could confirm this, but I believe what he did was he basically said, if you arbitrage some clips of me and Tristan, him and his brother, or whatever, we'll give you a certain discount on, you prove you posted shorts and TikToks and YouTube videos, whatever, tweets, things, then basically you'll get a discount on my program. And guess what? People did it. And then more people saw his shorts and TikToks, and then more people joined his program. And those people probably started posting. And then all of a sudden you got to this point where, he is charismatic, he is interesting, albeit a little bit controversial on some topics, but you got people couldn't help but watch him. And then they got fed more and they got fed more. And my friend called me up and said, I cannot use YouTube Shorts anymore because all I get is Andrew Tate. Do you understand that? He completely broke the algorithm. And TikTok, I'm sure, is not the exception. But TikTok's a little bit harder because it's more concentrated, but still. Point is Richard Hart charismatic like Andrew Tate? Yes. And by the way, he says he's worth hundreds of millions. I know he got a lot confiscated now because of the whole incident with the arrest and stuff, but he onboarded tens of thousands, if not millions, hundreds of thousands of people to his program through that method. So it was proven successful. And is Richard Hart as smart as Andrew Tate? I would say yes. I would say he may even be smarter. He may even be more intelligent. Is he charismatic? It's interesting to listen to as Andrew Tate. Absolutely. Absolutely. And not only that, he is still on social media and he is offering, Hustlers University, I don't know much about it. I don't want to say whether it offers, whether it helps or not. But the point is, Richard Hart offers a very practical and pragmatic approach to achieving financial freedom and wealth, the same way that Andrew Tate does. And he's got everything. And then his following. Does Richard Hart have a I'm not going to say cult because, we can't be controversial here, but does he have a die-hard following like as Andrew Tate does? I would say yes. I would even argue that his following is probably more hardcore about him. But what is the difference between Richard Hart's audience and Andrew Tate's audience? You know what the difference is? The difference is that Andrew Tate's audience is in their teens and 20s. Richard Hart's audience is in their 30s, 40s, and even 50s, 60s. And they do not possess the social media savvy of Andrew Tate's followers. So that's why I think a lot of people are stuck in that paradigm. We have to get him on this program, we have to get him on the show. Let's just tweet about him on YouTube. It's like, no, those days of getting viral on YouTube by posting a 5-10 minute video are over. It's too concentrated. You'd have to be posting consistently and on like these topics that are niche that haven't gone viral yet. And then once they get viral, you might get a viral. It's very difficult. Very difficult, but TikTok and YouTube Shorts are not as concentrated yet. So all that has to happen to reach that Andrew Tate level of virality and, get on all the television programs, right? That happened organically. They built up the interest and the need, and then the mainstream programs came to Andrew Tate. He was on Tucker Carlson, Piers Morgan. He was on freaking everything. And then all these huge Aiden Ross, like all the things, it was literally a Hexagon's wet dream of Richard Hart interviews. Andrew Tate made his rounds. Did Andrew Tate have to ask for it? No, they came to him. Everybody knows that he is a juggernaut. He's a juggernaut for engagement and stuff. So they came to Andrew Tate. And that's why they say when XRP is on NBC, it's the top. It's the top because that's the organic process. Once it gets to the mainstream, it's time for a dip. So trying to get Richard Hart to the mainstream now is inorganic and it won't pump the price. Nobody's going anywhere. He's already on Fox News, guys, especially in a bear market. It has to occur organically. And even if he gets on, nobody's going to care. You haven't built the demand yet. You have to build the demand. How do you build the demand? Targeted marketing on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So if there was just a fraction of the effort and energy and marketing that people pay for, if a fraction of that was just put to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, meaning you post on Twitter, YouTube all day, whatever, you live stream all day, but make one TikTok and YouTube short, arbitrage it, either one a day, that will take Richard Hart to levels of virality beyond your imagination, guys, beyond what you can imagine. You will not even understand that it could have gotten this far and the price has gotten this high if only you just went on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And I'm walking the walk, guys. I'm trying to do it. And listen, it's awkward. My friends make fun of me. I don't get it like the young kids do, but I get in front of people and I'm getting a little bit better. But the point is that I'm doing it and you should be doing it too. You should be doing it too. And if that happens, all your dreams of Richard Hart being on this show, Hex being worth $100,000, $1,000, I believe strongly that they will come true. But we're not at that point like Bitcoin is now, where the people that were there originally could take their foot off the gas pedal and it sort of organically just continues because more and more people get interested. We still have to be active. And it's going to be like that for the foreseeable future. So I see a lot of people are not streaming as much, and I think that's a big mistake. And I think they have to be on it, but there's a problem. A lot of them, there are a lot of these big Hex YouTubers that pretty much reach the top of the S-curve, and they're not growing. And it's like, why are you not growing? How many YouTube Shorts are you putting out? When was the last time you put out a YouTube Shorts? Oh, that's why. Oh, so yeah, you're going to stay at 10K. You're going to stay at, 7K followers. You're not going to get any new live viewership. It's because you're not on the launch pad to basically get in front of the eyes of people that otherwise wouldn't have seen you. Meaning the only way, you can't cover topics you can't cover other topics and get strong engagement from that. For example, like I do Bitcoin, I cover the Bitcoin TA. So I just post it. I get about 50 views a day, and probably most of them are people that are already subscribed to me. So what's my most viewed video on TikTok? It was a Michael Saylor video. That's right. I use the hashtag Michael Saylor on TikTok. Where is it? right here. 3,203 videos. Michael Saylor is a tragic figure. What were my hashtags? Michael Saylor, Bitcoin Maxi, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. Yeah. Try getting that was with 80 followers. I have 2,000 followers here. I can't even get 50 views with that hashtag. That's right. Try getting more than, 5 likes on your Twitter with those hashtags. Not getting it, but you're getting it on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. That's what I'm trying to say. So that probably did more. That was probably not to toot my own horn and say that I'm more talented or my content is better. It's not, but I'm just in the right place. That probably did more for onboarding. I'm sure maybe 3 or 4 people followed me. Maybe 5, maybe 10, 15 people that are in these conversations followed me and maybe went over to watch my live stream. Maybe they bought Hex or they subscribed to Richard Hart, whatever, or they will, after watching it for a prolonged period of time, and they will continue to get my content served to them. I'm saying it's a process. What I'm saying is that this is how we got to do it, folks. It's not easy. I mean, it is easy. It's not comfortable, though. That's the way to say it. It's comfortable. Like people are comfortable. They're in their comfort zone of YouTube and Twitter, and they don't want to get out of it. But they have to understand that it's like, you see the pretty girl wherever, like if you want her, it's not that hard. I mean, you have to try. You have to try and you might win. I mean, there's a good chance you'll win, whatever I'm saying, but you have to go out of your comfort zone. And we could stay in the comfort zone. We could stay in the circle jerk of TikTok and not TikTok. I just keep on saying it, of YouTube and Twitter, but it's not going to get us anywhere. We're just circle jerk. It's not good for outreach. What's good for outreach is targeting people that have a high percentage chance of scoring, and those are other cryptocurrency communities, especially, especially um, you know, um, DeFi. DeFi is big. That's a huge market. That's what we got to conquer. That'll get more and more people in, and the price will take care of itself. And once the price goes up, that's when you can start onboarding normies. Because when people see the price going up, people that otherwise wouldn't want to put the time and effort into jumping through all these hoops, they're very excited to do that. But we're in the bear market, and we have to deal with that, folks. So, do you guys want to make it happen or not? I would say that you do. And there are a lot of people that when I post about this, they're still closeted. They like it, they retweet it. They're like, "Yeah, we got to do it." But it's like, how many TikToks did you put out? Oh, you don't want to put yourself out there. You want to stay anonymous. How many clips of Furu Finance did you put out? How many clips of Richard Hart did he put out? Abit Hex literally has a Dropbox of already completed TikToks and YouTube Shorts that you guys could put out there in a second that you're not doing. So don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Don't, sit on your couch and tweet about it. Go do it. It's fun. If I'm being honest, it's very fun. It's very fun and it's far more effective than anything else you can be doing now.